Hi everyone, welcome to today's video, and if you're new, welcome to my channel. So in this video, I wanted to talk about some of the darker energies in the spirit world and how we kind of encounter them, and how people typically deal with them, and the best way to kind of eradicate these darker things from our reality. So, first of all, a lot of these things, anytime someone encounters something of the darker nature in the spirit world, if they're religious, they might just call it a demon or something like that. But I've found that the majority of the spirits that I encounter on a daily basis that are darker, and this is the kind of spirit that I encounter most often, just in general, are deceased humans. So it's not going to be as common to find other kinds of darker non-human things like demons, or any kind of darker extraterrestrial is also not going to be that common on a daily basis. Not to say I never encounter them, because I do, but on a daily basis, most are just deceased humans. So, the best way to kind of eradicate this darkness from our reality, is to kind of face that darkness within ourselves. So that's why this whole idea of like, oh, just like love and light, it's a nice idea, but just ignoring the more negative or darker aspects of reality doesn't actually protect you from them. So, I've found that actually the darker energies are more likely to attack this kind of toxic positivity where it's like, oh, just love and light. So they're actually more drawn to those kinds of people who try to deny any kind of darkness in the spirit world, or just hope that by not acknowledging it, it doesn't exist. They're more drawn to this type of person because they know that they can wreak whatever havoc they want to wreak without being noticed, because the person doesn't believe or acknowledge the darker aspects. They're just fixating on the love and light. So it could be, like a common fear response is just to be in denial. So maybe that's why they're afraid of the darkness, so they're not facing it within themselves, so the darker energies are more drawn to them because their darkness is more repressed, and therefore it's easier to kind of be around them and feed off of them because they're not going to do anything about it. So that's why it's usually safer, in my experience, to just face the darkness and to just deal with it head on. And then also to take the time to protect your energy field, to remove any cords, and to just check in with yourself when you can, to make sure that you're not carrying any of these darker energies with you. So because most of them are deceased humans, they will kind of be drawn towards other humans who are interested or experiencing the same kind of emotions or things that they experienced when they were alive. And it's interesting because when people are just painting them with the same brush and calling all of them demons, it actually doesn't really help, because while it's good to focus on just having faith in the light and staying focused on having faith in a higher power, while that can be helpful against protecting against darker energies, it doesn't it doesn't actually reduce the fear level, because if everything is a demon, then everything is like stronger than you are, and then you have to defend and protect against something that is stronger than you in your own mind, even though it's not actually true. So the other negative thing about that is that because most of these are the deceased humans in general are a pretty negative species, I guess you could say, to put it lightly. So they're not always going to be the most pleasant spirits to deal with, especially if they're not crossing over right away into the light after they die, and they're just like hanging around because they're confused or lost or scared or whatever reason. These heavier energies are not going to have like a great feeling to them, but they're also not purely evil, which is the point I'm trying to make about not everything, you know, being a demon. So I hope this video made sense and was helpful. Leave any comments you have below, and I will see you soon. Goodbye.